Shalom everyone, Adonai Oz le'amo yiten, and with that strength, Adonai yevarech et amo v'shalom. Parashat Ki-Teitze Tafshin Pei. When the Torah says that something is permitted, does that mean that it's good or even okay? The parasha starts with the halacha of Eshet Yifat Toar. A Jewish man goes to war, during the war he sees a beautiful woman of the enemy, he's allowed to take her captive, bring her back to his house. There are certain limitations on what he's allowed to do. After a month, he's allowed to take her to be his wife. And this is okay? Wait. First of all, before someone makes a provocative headline about a rabbi who says that it's okay today, the Torah permits it, but today, absolutely not. We would not accept this under any circumstances. Let's make that clear. Now let's get back to the heart of the matter. It's clear to us that this is wrong. So why does the Torah permit it? The Chachamim say the following statement, Dibra Torah keneged Yetzer Hara. The Torah spoke relating to the evil inclination to Yetzer Hara, meaning the reason why the Torah permitted this is because if the Torah would not permit it, people would do things that are even much worse. So actually the Torah is putting us into a certain process through which we are going to put limitations on this, and in the long run, for example, where we are today, we learn that this is something that is absolutely wrong. So the Torah is putting us into a certain state where it says to us, there is something wrong here. Otherwise, it would just be totally permitted, but it's not totally permitted. There are certain limitations and restrictions, which is pointing to the direction for us that there is something wrong here. With time, we went through this process. Humanity matured and went through this process with the help of the Torah. Today we know that this is absolutely wrong, and today it is not acceptable. It's hard for us to go back in our own head, to go back to times when we thought that maybe it is permitted, and to understand that the Torah created this process. It's very interesting, Rav Kook calls this windows, chalonot, meaning that it's like there's a pasuk in the Torah, or in this case a statement by the Chachamim, that it's like you press on it and a window opens and gives us the light of the future that's telling us that there's something wrong here, and one day in the future, this will be absolutely forbidden. Of course, in the time of Rav Kook, there were no computers, so it's just interesting that he uses that term, and it's very interesting to think of the Torah this way. The Torah is helping us enter into a process through which we will learn with time that this act is absolutely wrong. The question I want to ask now is, what can we learn from this? That the Torah sometimes does not forbid something that is wrong, but helps us enter into a process until we learn that it's wrong. I think what we see here is that the refinement of human behavior is a process. You can't always just expect everyone, an individual or all of society, to act in a perfect way. Sometimes you have to allow for a process to happen, and forbidding something totally when that person or the society is not ready for it, sometimes will just backfire and not enable us to make progress. This idea has implications on so many levels. Historically, thinking about the process of humanity's progress through the directives of the Torah, educationally, with children, with students, on so many levels, this is very important. And for ourselves as well, when we want to correct something, when we want to do tshuva, sometimes we want to do perfect tshuva, and maybe what we need is to make small steps at a time. Also in rehabilitation, physical, mental, all kinds of levels, this is true. And also on the level of our national rehabilitation and our national unity, this is necessary. We really want to be a strong nation. There's a long process that we have to go through for rehabilitation because of this terrible war and for national unity. Don't jump straight to the end, and don't be despaired because we're not going to get there tomorrow. Let's make one small step at a time and plan them well so that at the end we will go through a very good, healthy process to be a strong nation and a unified nation. Shabbat Shalom.